From now on, for the confidentiality of senior combatants, we will no longer call Zhang Yi by his name. Instead, he will be called by the code name Chaos, or. Similarly, elite members of other combat units are all called by corresponding code. Names to the outside world. Those who can have code names are all elites. The eyes of Baili Changqing, who was sitting next to Zhang Yi, gradually changed, and he looked down at Zhang Yi. I murmured in my heart, "No, it's impossible, right?" Just as he had this thought, he heard Zhu Zheng's voice. Based on my careful consideration, I have decided that the Tengu team will take the lead in the next operation to encircle the eclipse moon. The Samsara team will be responsible for cooperating with the Tengu team. And Zhang Yi is the highest commander on the battlefield. The Combat Command Center will provide guidance on the battlefield. As soon as these words came out, the entire venue exploded. Although they are all high-quality talents and generally would not lose their composure in front of a high-level person like Zhu Zheng, the current situation shocked everyone and exceeded their imagination. What? Let a stranger from outside the city serve as the commander-in-chief of this operation? What qualifications does he have? No matter in terms of popularity or tactical skills, he can compare with Gao Changkong and Tu Yunli Ma. This is too childish. However, since Zhu Shuai has made this decision, he must have carefully considered it. It seems that this Zhang Yi is indeed outstanding. Some people thought to themselves, he was able to kill 4 members of Eclipse. He is very powerful. But if he were to command people like Gao Changkong and Tu Yunli, would it be possible? For Gao Changkong, Ji Yushen looked indignant and said excitedly, "Who is he? He can also be our commander." Gao Changkong shook his head at him. Zhu Shuai must have his reasons for his decision, and I have also heard that this Zhang Yi is unique. Gao Changkong has a good relationship with Baili Changqing, so he has heard about some of Zhang Yi's deeds. Zhang Yi looked calm. Zhu Zheng and Deng Yuanbo had already greeted him about this matter, so he was not surprised. On the contrary, Baili Changqing looked confused. He looked at Zhu Zheng in the stands and then at Zhang Yi, who looked calm. And then he realized that Zhang Yi had known everything for a long time. He slapped his forehead. "No wonder you agreed to accept the position of captain of the Tengu team. It turns out that Zhu Shuai promised you such great benefits. Once the mission of encircling and suppressing the eclipse is successful, Zhang Yi will undoubtedly receive a huge reward, and he will also be able to become a hero in the entire Jiangnan region. Even throughout Huaxu Kingdom, legends about him will be spread among the people. Ask yourself, if there is such an opportunity in front of you, Baili Changqing will rush to seize it." Zhu Zheng looked at Zhang Yi in the audience. "Captain Zhang Yi, please come up and say a few words." Zhang Yi stood up suddenly and walked up to the front desk under everyone's gaze. He glanced at everyone present and said a lot of official words, which I won't repeat here. "I will do my best to take down these evil-doing rogues and safeguard the dignity of the Jiangnan region and the entire country of China. It is our duty to restore our nation's glory. By the way, please don't use my real name when calling me by my position at work from now on." After finishing his polite remarks, Zhang Yi walked off the podium calmly. At this special moment, Zhu Zheng did not waste time talking too much. The meeting ended quickly, and he left Gao Changkong, Tu Yunli, and Zhang Yi behind to chat alone. For a while, Zhu Zheng looked at Zhang Yi and said, "After the meeting, please stay for a moment. I have something to discuss with you in private." Zhu Zheng said, "Next, your appointment as captain will be notified to the whole city, and you will be promoted as Chaos. This is what we say in our propaganda, and you also need to contact the members of the team and seize the time to train. The most important thing is to get familiar with your team members and let them convince you." Zhang Yi nodded. "Of course I understand this matter, but I would like to ask, is there any news about the lunar eclipse now?" Zhu Zheng shook his head. "After they disappeared, there has been no movement. We even suspected that they left the mainland from the seaport and went back to Neon to recruit troops. Zhang Yi frowned. Going back to Neon? Zhu Zhengdao. That is their base camp after all. He suddenly sneered. With what they have done here, they must have gained a good appeal in Neon's homeland, and they can summon more Ronin to come. It just so happens that I also want to have a good comeback. Everything is unknown, Zhu Zheng said. Take advantage of this period to get familiar with your team. He put his hand on Zhang Yi's shoulder and patted it twice hard, with expectations in his eyes. We will shape you into a hero, and you also have the hope of the people of the entire Jiangnan region, so you must go all out. Don't put too much pressure on us. Our preparations are very solid this time. 2 Yunli and Yan Yun's troops will also be dispatched when necessary. Zhang Yi's pupils were slightly dilated. Even the Yan Yun guards are going to be dispatched? Yan Yun Wei is the most important force in defending Blizzard City. Once they leave Blizzard City, Blizzard City's defense will be greatly reduced. It seems that this time, Zhu Zheng has really made up his mind. Zhu Zheng nodded. There are no enemies inside the area. The enemies are all outside. I have made comprehensive preparations. You don't have to worry about this. Zhang Yi naturally doesn't worry about Blizzard City in his heart. If 2 Yunli led the Yan Yun Guards, Samsara team, and their Tengu team, it can be said that the armed forces dispatched this time are at least 3 times stronger than the last time. According to Zhang Yi's analysis of the battle strength of the Tianshen team, unless they find a more powerful helper, there is almost no possibility of failure. In the Jiangnan region in this battle? Zhang Yi nodded, feeling slightly at ease. I understand. Zhu Zheng waved his hand and said, Go ahead. I and the people are looking forward to your performance. At this time, Gao Changkong was drinking tea in the lounge on the first floor of the combat center. Sitting next to him were his girlfriend, Guman and Baili Changqing. As for his vice captain Ji Yu Shen, this person has always had an impatient temperament. This time he knew that Zhang Yi was going to be the leader of the action, so he was quite complaining. So Gao Changkong sent him away. Baili Changqing looked at Gao Changkong and said with some regret, In terms of ability, you are more suitable to be the commander this time than Zhang Yi. But he didn't say the second half of the sentence because it involves some complicated things within Blizzard City. Evergreen has no way to change this. It's not that he looks down on Zhang Yi, but as a commander, Zhang Yi is indeed inferior to Gao Changkong. It can even be said that Zhang Yi himself admitted this. However, Gao Changkong smiled and shook his head as if he didn't care, but the fleeting regret in his eyes still couldn't be perfectly concealed. Since it is a decision made by the headquarters, there must be a purpose. Zhu Shuai cannot make fun of the safety of the region. No matter who becomes the commander-in-chief, I will try my best to cooperate. Baili Changqing smiled and said, It's just a title. When it comes to the battlefield, Zhang Yi will have to rely on you. Guman's Dan Feng eyes showed a narrow look. But this title is very important. Baili Changqing's face looked helpless. That status is, of course, important. Leading an army and defeating the Neon Ronin organization head-on. Such a reputation can allow a person to quickly rise in Blizzard City, gain a lofty reputation, and have the opportunity to enter the center of power. He is not a person who is greedy for fame, and he has no interest in joining Blizzard City. Baili Changqing explained. Gao Changkong smiled slightly. Perhaps this is the reason for choosing him. Zhang Yi walked out of Zhu Zheng's office, picked up Yang Xinxin, who was drinking coffee outside, and the two went downstairs together. Arriving on the first floor, Baili Changqing, who had been waiting here for a long time, quickly waved. Hey, Zhang Yi, this way! Zhang Yi saw Gao Changkong and Gu Man and wondered what their attitudes were. Gao Changkong must be disappointed in his heart, and he may also hold a grudge against Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi was fully prepared, but since he wanted to encircle and suppress, Eclipse, communication with the leader of the Samsara team was unavoidable. Zhang Yi walked over and greeted them with a smile. Captain Gao, Miss Gu, meet again. Seeing Zhang Yi, Gao Changkong showed a polite smile on his face. He stretched out his hand and said to Zhang Yi, congratulations on becoming the captain of the Tengu team. From now on, we will all be partners. Please give me your advice, Zhang. Yi saw that Gao Changkong's attitude was quite good, so he naturally stretched out his hand to avoid hitting the smiling man and shook hands with him. My captaincy is only temporary. I will step down after completing the mission. The next actions will require more guidance from Captain Gao. Gao Changkong said, "Where is it? Are you free today? I would like to treat you to a meal, and let's talk about future cooperation." If you like my content and want to keep up with future updates, hit that subscribe button. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video.